Assalamualaikum viewers. My name is Saima Khalid. I'm from HR Consultants, the operations manager. Uh, Today we're representing the University of Hertfordshire in Pakistan, and with me, let me introduce you to Mr. James Warren, the regional manager, South Asia for the University of Hertfordshire, and Mr. Akif Khan, the country director for the Pakistan region. And here we are here to give you the information regarding the University of Hertfordshire. They're gonna introduce you to the university and the programs they have, the scholarships, the COVID-19 situation, and about the experiences of alumni and the programs and the scholarships. So over to Mr. James and Mr. Akif. We have lots of questions. We'll ask one by one, and we are expecting lots of comments from the viewers. So hopefully we'll be dropping you questions one by one. So you can start with telling us about the University of Hertfordshire. Yes, over to you guys.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for having Akif and I today. Just wanted to run through several things about the university more specifically. And as questions come in, please do feel free to ask Akif and I. So first of all, one of the very important things to bear about our university is that we're the second safest university town in the east of England. So that's obviously a very important thing to bear in mind for you guys, because for a lot of people, it's the first time that they've been away from home. It's the first time they've been away from been out of the foreign country. And it's almost definitely the first time that they've lived somewhere else for an extended period of time. So you want to know and you want to make sure that when you come for your studies that you're safe. And with our university, you will be safe. And also as well, there's also a number of support services on campus, students that come and study with us as well, that have all of their needs met. So people who have experienced mental health problems, people who experience financial hardships, we have lots of things in place to ensure that they have the best possible time with us. In terms of our ranking, we are one of the world's top 150 universities under 50 years old. So we got university status in 1992. So even though we're young, we're still very, very good. Okay, so top 150 of the world's universities under 50 years old. So that's a very, very important thing to bear in mind. 73% of employed graduates earn over £20,000 in 6 months with graduating. So that's important because ultimately students want to know about their return on investment. If they come and study with us, what's their next steps in terms of their career and that kind of thing as well. So ultimately, it's an investment in their future. It's an investment in their career. It's an investment in themselves. They're looking at tuition fees of £13,000 to £14,000. Living costs each year is about £7,000 to £8,000. So that's a £20,000 investment if you come to do a master's. 6 months later, you've paid that investment off, and every bit of money that you earn from that point, all your salary is completely yours. That investment in yourself, in your career, is very quickly paid back.
James, sorry,
No, go ahead.
So we just got a question in between, so I thought that you're done with the first question we gave to you. So I want to ask in between how many students, especially the Pakistani students, are already studying there, currently studying there, and what are the extracurricular activities they are engaged in?
So we currently have over 4,000 international students at the university. The student body in its entirety is about 24,000 students as well. So that is a very international university with 1/5 of the population being made up from different parts of the country. In terms of the social side, there is something for everybody. If Mr. Akif Khan can attest to this, the people who are currently leading the SU, the current president of the SU, is actually a Pakistani student. It's actually one of the students that Akif recruited a few years ago. So that's one of the things that the Pakistani students are very well integrated and very well involved at the university as well. Also in terms of sports, I know you guys love your cricket. We do in England as well. That's a big part of the experience. I think it's one of those ones where your education is obviously very important. That's what you're coming for. But the experience is very much determined by the people that you meet and the things that you do. And taking part in the cricket team and that kind of thing is a great way to stay active, stay involved, and really make the best of your experience at the university.
Yeah.
Let me add here, Saima. I think at any given time, there are more than 400 students, Pakistani students, which are on the campus studying at various undergraduate and postgraduate courses. And students from Pakistan have been wonderful in terms of their extracurricular activities at the university. As James mentioned, that the current president of Student Union is from Pakistan. Not only that, but also other two sabbatical positions are being held by the Pakistani students, which is the VP community and VP activity. Besides this, they do take very active role in other activities in the university. They do participate in a number of clubs and societies in the university. I think what I recall that recently elected environmental officer again is a student from Pakistan. So we recently had elections of our student union, which will be taking charge in a few weeks' time. And again, the VP Education saw the rise from Yo City, Karachi. He has been elected, by the whole student community at the University of Hertfordshire. So they are contributing really well towards their not just to their own Pakistani community, but also to the whole student community at the University of Hertfordshire.
Very wonderful answer. So you have elaborated very deeply about it. So our viewers are also interested in knowing about the employability prospect, the employment rate of the University of Hertfordshire graduates with the work, and where, do you have any experiences you can share for their employability success?
Absolutely. So the University of Hertfordshire can boast a 96.5% employment rate at our university. Which is very, very good stuff. I think the thing that you have to bear in mind is the reason why you go to university is to improve your employability. Now, the university very much focuses with that particular point in mind, and the way in which that we are teaching reflects that. A number of our academics that are actually at the university, they're not just academics that have learned it in a book, they've actually been in the industry, and they're able to impart that kind of wisdom and that kind of industrial knowledge to the students that take part. Another thing in terms of incorporating the work experience aspect into the actual education is that a number of our courses have placement years. So students can come and get a fantastic degree, but just as importantly, they will also get some international work experience, which will really set them apart in the job field. Ultimately, it's one of those ones where you're always asked by employees, what have you done, who have you worked for? What positions have you held? And we are able to help our students find that as well. So one of the other services that we have at the university is the Careers Hub. Now, the Careers Hub, it's up to them to help students to find the kind of work they want. They help them in a number of ways. So as a business-facing university, Hertfordshire works with over 300 different universities throughout the UK. Sorry, 300 different companies rather throughout the UK. And we can help students get placed into certain companies. Some of the companies that we've worked with in the past, Lloyds Bank, Cisco, IBM, right? Big international conglomerates, Microsoft, Jaguar, household name companies where people can get their work placements. It's also a chance for students to earn a little bit of money whilst they're here in their studies as well. So that's some of the places that you can get the work experience with us.
Fantastic. We always see the programs available with the work placements. We would like you to mention about the placement opportunities the students get with the grad programs and with the post-grad. Those are very popular programs offered by the University of Hertfordshire. So can you please explain a little bit about the university work placement opportunities which are offered alongside the master's program? And what if they don't get the work placement? What will be the next opportunity regarding their visa? Are they going to get a curtailment from the UK visa if unfortunately they don't get the work placement opportunity or something? So what will happen with those students?
So for students who are on our work placement, they'll need to get 60% in their academics in order to go on to then be able to do a work placement. So that's a part of it. So they have to make sure that it's really critical that their academics come first before they get the job. What we've seen is a lot of people just will stop working hard with the view that they think they're going to get a job later down the track. And it's important that your academics come first. And in order to be successful in the place of work, you need to have a good degree behind you. So that's kind of the thinking behind that. In terms of some of the experiences and some of the work placements that students have had in the past, every single, of the 9 schools that we have and of all the work placement courses that we offer, those kind of companies have come to the university and taken our graduates forward. For example, one student that I met the other day, Pakistani student that I met the other day, he had been working for this tech company, and he had been doing a particular project for this tech company as an outsourced contract thing. And he'd done such a good job that the company turned around and said, "We want you. We're going to give you a tier 2 visa for 5 years." So that's just some of the opportunities that are available at the university. I think another thing that students need to bear in mind is, with the post-study work visa coming back, with students being able to work for 2 extra years once they've graduated, they need to pass their course. They need to get a good degree in order to apply for that. But once they've done that, the opportunities are endless. And I think the kind of degree they'll get behind them from the University of Hertfordshire, they're in great shape to go on to do great things.
Let me add here a couple of points, Saima. We not only offer placement programs at the postgraduate level, but we have almost more than 60% programs at the undergraduate level, which have embedded work placement year as well. So many students at the undergraduate level do offer the work placement year, and many successfully complete that. And this has helped a lot to our student community in order to get onto the permanent jobs once they graduate from University of Hertfordshire. I think we were the first university after suspension of the PSW in 2012, which started offering placement programs at the postgraduate level. We initially started with the School of Computer Science, and in this particular school, we still offer a 6 postgraduate program with placement. We've got 3 programs in our school, Hertfordshire Business School, which are MSc International Business, MSc Finance and Investment Management. Both of these programs are very popular in Pakistan. And the third one is MSc International Tourism, Hospitality and Event Management. Just last year, we started a couple of programs in our School of Humanities, MA Journalism and Media Communications and MA International Relations. So these 2 programs are being offered with a placement year. And how our placement is different from other universities in the UK, because we do offer, especially at the postgraduate level, we not only offer an option of a placement, but we can also offer advanced research project to our students. So if student, as you asked about the curtailment of the visa when if student is unable to secure the placement year. So if the student is unable to secure the placement year, then they can automatically be given the option to basically carry out the advanced research project. And in that case, student will develop some research skills which will be required for them. And in our country, especially in Pakistan, we are lacking these research skills, right? So if these students, after conducting a thorough research in the UK, come back to Pakistan, so they will contribute not only to our institutions, academic institutions here, but also to companies as well. And I think from students' perspective, advanced research project is important because they can utilize their full visa duration in the UK and there is no curtailment. And thirdly, which is very important from student perspective, is that University of Hertfordshire do not charge any extra fee for the placement year as compared to a lot of other UK universities.
So is there any set criteria to get the work placement after finishing master's degree?
Yeah, I think the students need to achieve minimum 60% in
order.
To
you just marked it. Yeah, you just marked it. Yeah, the 60%. If a student is getting in the coursework, the 60%, they can apply for the work placement, right? Absolutely. And they will for sure going to get the work placement in the university. Fantastic.
Look, we cannot guarantee it that they will definitely get the work placement, because they will have to go through the recruitment process of various companies. But career and placement services at University of Hertfordshire will help them throughout this recruitment process.
All right, that's very clear now. So because lots of people, students, applicants, they think that they're for sure gonna get it because they do secure the visa alongside it. so they get the visa beforehand before they go on to the work placement. So they do get the visa, so they feel that they think that if we don't explain them, if we don't describe them the real factors, the facts of getting the work placement, they feel like they're gonna get it for sure. So this is very important point which we just have cleared, and I'm sure we're gonna get the questions on it. So what if a student is not securing the work placement, is gonna get this advanced research project? Can you elaborate a little more about it? Or you've just told us about the research project, or you have something to add in it?
So in terms of the research project, that really puts the power in the hands of the student to determine what kind of thing that they want to work on. So what I tend to advise students who just decide to do an advanced research project instead is do whatever your passion is, whatever you care about. So say, for example, if you are a software developer, okay, why don't you try making an app? Why don't you try making an app which will go on to be used by hundreds and thousands of people, and also something which will have some value later down the track in terms of your own career and stuff like that. So I think it's one of those ones where you put whatever you hold as a passion, combine that with what's valuable, what can you actually get out of it, and that's that then you can help work towards whatever project you wish to do. Also as well, our academics will be able to give you some guidance and some support in terms of helping you determine and implement the kind of research that you want to do. So if you're a little bit unsure of the way that you want to, what kind of thing that you want to research, we'll be able to support, and the university will be able to guide you in that way as well. But I think the thing is with the project, it's very much, it gives students the chance to really work on something that they care about and they want to be involved in, which is a great opportunity.
Thank you, James. We also get lots of inquiries for the LB program. Would you please explain about the University of Law, the facilities you have in the School of Law, and the programs and the entry criteria for the law programs, undergrad and postgrad?
Yes, our Hertfordshire Law School is a fantastic place to come and study. We actually have one of the Crown Courts at the university, where students can actually act out and simulate the process of being in a courtroom. It's so authentic that TV companies come from all around to do recordings there and to film there as well. So it's an absolutely fantastic learning resource. Our LLB program is very well. There's a number of actually students from Pakistan that have been involved in the LL programs over the years at the University of Hertfordshire, which is great to see. And I think the thing that they're attracted to is the fact that the law programs that we offer, the kind of things that they will be learning, they'll be able to apply not just in the UK but to their home country as well. The themes and the modules that run through all of our law programs apply to to the UK as it does Pakistan. Also as well, we give the chance to students to elect which kind of what kind of lawyer you want to be, or what kind of solicitor you want to be, by picking specific modules in order to really make up the course that you want it to be. It's one of those ones where being a solicitor means one thing to one person and one thing to another person. We have things from international human rights, we have to commercial law, to property law, and so that way students can get the specialities that they're interested in and really tailor the course to their own particular needs and what they want to do long term. If you look at all of our law courses at postgraduate level, it's even more specified in that way, so students can really strengthen their knowledge of the law and their employability credentials as well.
Yeah, and please do add the entry criteria for our HSC students and our A-level students.
Okay, let me take that.
Yeah, sure.
As James have mentioned about our law school, so our law school has one other distinction, which is the 8th most impressive law school building in the world. right? So, I mean, and many students from Pakistan go every year to study both LLB and LLM programs at University of Hertfordshire. So with regard to the entry criteria for our LLB program, if a student is having a background of A levels, then we require them to have 1B and 2C at their A levels, and then we accept them directly onto year one. And we have seen that many students who are currently studying University of London external degree program in Pakistan, so they normally apply to us for the advanced entry onto year 2 and year 3. So we do accept these students as well, as long as they are meeting our eligibility criteria. With regard to our LLM programs, there are a few routes. The first one is if a student is coming with a 5 years LLB honors degree, and then we require them to have a minimum of 2.5 CGPA, and then they qualify for entry to our LLM program. If a student is coming with University of London external degree program, then we do require a minimum of 2.2, which is almost 60%, 50% from the UK, but we can accept students with third class degree if they can demonstrate 1 to 2 years good experience.
Oh, fantastic.
However, a large majority of our LLM applicants are coming with the background that they have 2 years Bachelor of Arts, followed by a 3 years Bachelor's of LLB. And these students are not graduating from Punjab University, University of Hertfordshire, University of Balochistan, University of Peshawar, Bahauddin Zikri University. So for these particular students, we do have a different requirement. So we can accept them if they can provide the evidence that they are having somewhere between 45 to 50%. So we accept them onto our LLM programs. And James have already mentioned that we do have a range of specialized pathways in our LLM.
Fantastic. What other popular courses in the schools you like to explain about? Like, I believe that computer science is very popular, IT and engineering courses. So please elaborate about those other departments who are very popular for Pakistani, especially for Pakistani students.
Absolutely. I would say for Pakistani students, generally speaking, the most popular schools, Hertfordshire Law School, Hertfordshire Business School, Engineering, Technology and Computer Science School, and
Life and medical science.
Yeah, I would say life and medical science as well. Actually, yeah, I think that's true. I think they're the biggies. Yeah, definitely. In terms of our computer science programs that we offer, we've seen a big increase in applications for those because of the work placement aspect, but also because the department is so fantastic. Our computer department is one of the oldest in the country. It's actually established in 1965, and I don't know. I don't think computers in 1965 look like what we're talking on right now. So it's important to be in a place where such innovation has taken place in the past, and that's one of the things that Hertfordshire offers as well. I think what is really critical, if you're coming to learn a subject, the best thing to learn is to help you learn are the teachers, TEF Gold rated university, and the facilities. Let me just give you an idea of some of the facilities that we have in our computer science department. We have an ethical hacking lab where students can create their own programs for cybersecurity. So, block people hacking your bank accounts, block people hacking government accounts and that kind of thing. But then you can actually test the durability of these programs by trying to hack them to see how strong it is at keeping people out and making sure that sensitive information is kept confidential and kept well looked after. Also, as well, we have a smart lab at the university. This smart lab is absolutely fantastic. Like you walk in there and you can control different aspects of the lab with your hand and with your eyes. And yeah, I'm not doing it justice describing it. I'm not particularly techy myself. So, say again, sorry?
No, you're nicely elaborating everything. We can imagine, we can assume what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, people actually who know stuff about computers will have a better idea. But that's another fantastic facility that's able for students to learn. And in terms of robotics and machine learning and artificial intelligence, that's where that particular lab really comes into its own as well. So I think the facilities that we offer at the university, it's really groundbreaking. It's top class in industrial level facilities, and it really helps students to get the best possible experience. In terms of the software engineering as well, you know, people have created these fantastic programs with just a little bit of background knowledge of coding, but the support that they've had from the university, the support that students will get from academics, it really enhanced their skills overall. In terms of the engineering school, speaking about facilities a little bit more, one of the, you've actually got it in your video here. It pans to a certain point where you can, those who are in the engineering department, they have access to a flight simulator and a driving simulator. Now, this driving simulator is absolutely incredible. You can enter into the system what kind of car you want to drive. So say, for example, you want to drive a, I don't know, you want to drive a F1 car and you want to drive it around, you know, Monaco racetrack, for example. You enter those details in, you sit in the chair, and as you drive, you feel every touch of the brakes, every corner that you take. If you crash, you feel that as well, you know. So, you know, once again, the facility is absolutely fantastic for the students to use.
Fantastic. We do get lots of queries about the entry criteria, especially for the postgrad courses, the CGPA, and the IELTS requirement.
Do you want to ask that one, Akif,
yeah, what is the minimum requirement for this, I mean, postgrad entrance? We're interested to apply for master's courses. What is the GPA criteria?
Sure.
I think you can answer about it.
So, I mean, if we consider a candidate who is having a 4 years honor degree from Pakistan, we normally ask them for 2.5 CGPA or 60%. But this does vary for some of our programs, as I mentioned earlier regarding our LLM entry requirements for a specific qualification. But for majority of our programs, I think our set criteria is 2.5 CGPA or above out of 4. And this should be a 4 years honors degree studied from one of NARIC accredited institution in Pakistan. So all the public and private sector universities are normally accredited by NARIC and which are recognized by HEC. So we do accept all these qualifications from which students have studied from these universities. With regard to IELTS, our IELTS requirement does vary from course to course. But for majority of our undergraduate courses, I would say there are only few courses at the undergraduate level which require 6.5, but for majority we require students to have 6.0. In addition to that, for the postgraduate level, in some of our schools like School of Engineering and Computer Science and Hertfordshire requires 6.0, whereas for all other schools we require 6.5 to 7 depending on the course. I think you will be you will appreciate this fact that recently we have a range of English language tests which we will continue to accept, and those include IELTS, UKBI IELTS, TOEFL, IBT, and then we can accept Password, PTE, Pearson's Versant, Duolingo, and we also offer exemptions to any students who have previously studied O-levels and who have studied or who have studied American High School Diploma or IB program. So we can offer exemptions to them with regard to their English language ability.
Thank you for describing about the English language alternatives. These are very important because due to this COVID-19 situation, the students are unable to take the IELTS test. So the TOEFL IBT online is there and other tests which you've just named them. So
by the way, Saima, we do offer Versant English language test free of cost to all our offer holders. So any student you counsel in the future, you have already counseled, and if they are happy to take this test, please let us know, and we will be able to provide you their test identification numbers, and they will be able to take this test while sitting at their home.
Okay, so all right, so I'm sure the viewers are already noting the information, and we of course we'll be able to register them. So you viewers, you can see the comment box for the details. Number is there, email addresses are given. So you can email us about the whatever queries you have, right? So we are moving towards the scholarship. I think we have not discussed about the scholarships, the criteria and the value, the worth of the scholarships which university offers. So if you please explain and inform our viewers, tell us about the scholarship opportunities offered by the University of Hertfordshire.
Yes, so the scholarships that we offer, the Vice Chancellor scholarships, we offer that at £1,000, £2,000 and £4,000. Okay. Now, I'm just going to give all your viewers the best tip today about, availing the most amount of scholarship possible. Academics are important. Of course they are. English language grades, important. Of course it is. However, one thing that we have seen which really defines between each applicant the chances of them getting a good amount of scholarship is how well they write their personal statement. It is absolutely crucial that the stronger your personal statement that you write, the more likely and the more money that you're actually going to get off your overall cost of the fee. So there's 4 things that you need to consider when you're writing your personal statement, right? Number 1, why you picked that particular course. So what's it about the course that you've attracted to? Include the modules, include what kind of accreditations that are available, include what kind of work placements that are there, what kind of projects that you want to do, if you want to do a dissertation, for example. Okay. Then secondly, why do you want to come to the UK? Why have you chosen to come to the UK over Australia or the US, for example? So I think the thing there is that you want to highlight things about the UK's international prestige for students. You also want to highlight the fact that the UK has for a very long time been very welcoming to international students throughout the years, and it's been a very good place for international education overall, and also the history of education in the UK. We have Cambridge and Oxford here, and they're over 800 years old. So that's another big key draw as well. Why do you want to come to the University of Hertfordshire? Okay, so 96.5% employment rate, TEF Gold rated university, 25 minutes away from central London. Just a flavour of some, all the work placements that we offer with our courses. There's just a few reasons why you'd want to come to study with Akif and I. And finally, I think probably the most important part is how the particular course that you've applied for, how's that going to get you to where you want to go in your career? Okay, what kind of job are you looking to get? What kind of company are you looking to work for? What kind of projects do you want to work on? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Where do you see yourself in 20 years? So a real indication of just how the course that you've chosen to study is going to get you the kind of job that you want, because that's why you're coming to study, really, isn't it? Because you want to get a great job.
Yeah. So what is the value of the scholarship? I mean, what amount has been awarded to students?
We offer scholarships at £1,000, £2,000, £4,000.
Okay. And what is the criteria to give the maximum scholarship, which is £4,000? Is this based on the SOP which you've explained? I mean, if a student has written a very good a personal statement explaining everything about the program, the university, the career, so he's gonna get what amount of the scholarship? I mean, 4,002 or 1. What is the criteria?
We need to review each application on a case-by-case basis.
Okay, case by case.
We need to review. Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Sorry, I thought the thing just froze there. Yes, we can review each case on a application on a case-by-case basis, and depending on their grades, we can let them know how much scholarship that we can actually give them. However, if you're looking for the top scholarship, you need to be a top student. You need to get some, really excellent CGPA and fantastic English language as well.
So is there any deadline to secure the scholarship and to apply for the admissions?
Akif, would you like to answer that one?
Yes, Akif sir, can you hear us?
Yeah, there is no deadline as such, right, to apply for University of Hertfordshire program. I mean, majority of our deadlines are normally in August, right? But considering the past experience, I would recommend students to apply as soon as possible so that they can secure the offer and then confirm a place at University of Hertfordshire. Because we have seen in last 2 years that our courses used to close down near 6 to 8 weeks before the course commencement date, right? So in that way, a lot of students, they had to defer their studies to the next available intake. And I think if students really want at the University of Hertfordshire, so they should confirm their places as soon as possible so that they can continue their academic life at University of Hertfordshire.
Perfect. We have another question. Do you offer sports scholarships for sports students?
Sorry, which scholarships?
Well, sports scholarships?
Sports.
Yes.
Yeah. We have recently started offering some sports scholarship, but for this, students need to demonstrate their previous sports background. For example, they have been participating in regional, domestic competitions, and maybe at the national level as well. So there is application form available already on our website. So if you come across any such student who have a terrific sports background, make sure you encourage them to apply to these sports scholarships.
Okay, thank you. So viewers, the University of Hertfordshire is offering 1,000, 2,000, 4,000 scholarship and sports scholarships as well. If you feel any questions, you can, please feel free to drop the comments and we'll be able to respond to you alongside. And please tell our viewers, and tell us as well about the general immigration route, the brand new policy launched by the UK Visa and Immigration. So, what is the scenario of this, and what is going to be happening in 2021 summer? So, please explain about the GIR to our viewers.
So the British government have brought this back for all students that will be graduating in the summer of 2021. So that would include anybody who comes to study with us for September, well, which is now the 26th of October, rather. So they'll be able to apply. In terms of eligibility to apply, the rules haven't been completely fleshed out as of yet. But one of the big things to bear in mind is that students will need to have completed their course, and they will need to have received a confirmed degree. We can't, if they failed their course, they won't be able to apply for the PSW. Also as well, there's no actual guidelines about what kind of jobs that they have to do. For example, if they wish to apply for any job, that's okay. It doesn't have to be at a certain level. But obviously, if you've got a degree from the University of Hertfordshire, 78% chance to be at professional or managerial level. So that's obviously good news as well. And it'll be rolled out for 2 years as well. So students who are coming to do a master's with a placement will be doing 2+2. They'll do 1 year in the classroom, 1 year work placement, and then 2 years PSW.
Wow.
So that's 4 years in total.
4 years plan.
Which can further lead to point-based immigration, which was announced just a couple of weeks ago by the UK government, right? As international students are now eligible to take part in the point-based immigration, so they have set a criteria, and this is quite easy for international students to be accepted onto this particular policy, because if students is having offer letter of job of more than say £20,000, so there is a certain points will be allocated to them, and if their job offer letter is 25,000 or plus, certain points are given for that, and 30,000 plus are certain points. And also I think students will get some points for their age, for their qualification, and all the criteria is already listed on UKVI website. So this is another charm for students going from Pakistan, so that they can continue their professional careers in the UK.
Fantastic. So is the GIR policy is applicable on those students who are coming from the top-up degrees? I mean, they have taken only the final year to complete the degree in the UK. Is it applicable on those as well? Because we have heard that's not applicable on the students who are just graduating in 1 year. I mean, they are the transfer students are only coming from the other background and just apply for the final year of the degree program. So I hope the question is clear.
Are you asking if a student is doing 2 years in Pakistan, 1 year in the UK?
Exactly. Yes. The final year only, yeah, the top-up, the bachelor's top-up degrees. See, yes.
To be honest, as far as I'm aware, as long as you've completed at graduate level, so undergraduate or postgraduate level, you will be eligible to apply. So
that's fine.
I don't have, like, relevant information, but, as far as I can see, that, if a student has been given a CAS only for level 6 and the student is completing that level 6 program and they are graduating eventually from a British university. So as James said, so I think they will qualify for this particular scheme.
Fantastic. This is very much clear to us and our viewers, hopefully. What do we offer? What do you offer for the Bachelor's of Commerce students, the 2-year BCom students? What opportunity you have for them?
Students who have previously studied Bachelor of Commerce, which is normally 2 years, so we can we can consider their applications for year 2 and 3 if they have achieved 55 to 60%. And some students who have got a considerable amount of work experience, which should be at least 3 to 4 years at a supervisory role or a managerial role, we can consider their application for the top-up program, which is the last year of the degree at University of Hertfordshire. However, there is another stream which is becoming very popular among Pakistani students, and that is a 4 years honors BCom, Bachelor of Commerce. So if these students come to us, then we can offer them. They are eligible to basically get straight entry onto our postgraduate programs in our business school mainly.
Fantastic. We have received another question from the viewers is regarding the MBA program. Do you offer MBA program for international students?
We are not currently offering an MBA program, which is popular in Pakistan. We do offer, but that is a professional MBA, and that is an AMBA accredited MBA. And for this particular program, we require students to have minimum of 3 to 5 years experience at a managerial level, because this is very competitive. We only have 15 seats every year for this program. However, from January 2021, we will be starting our MBA program without work experience. And in this particular program, we will be offering more than 10 specialized pathways like marketing, digital marketing, finance, human resource management, healthcare, oil and gas, and few more popular pathways.
Fantastic. All the specializations are added already into the profile, into the program. So students can go for the specialized degrees if they're not qualifying to get into MBA program. Fantastic. So would you like to add something which we have not added and maybe we have not asked about? So would like add something about from your side regarding university and the facilities and anything you want to add?
I mean, as James earlier said, that we have 9 schools of study, and majority of our programs are highly popular all across Pakistan. We do get students for undergraduate and postgraduate studying at University of Hertfordshire. So some of the key areas which are popular among Pakistani students are computer science, engineering, because we offer a wide range of engineering program, including automotive, aerospace, mechanical, mechatronics, electrical and electronics, civil engineering. And even in these particular disciplines, we have specialized pathways. For example, in automotive, we not only offer standalone automotive, but also we offer automotive with motorsport engineering. And in aerospace, we do have a few specialized programs like aerospace systems engineering, aerospace with space technology. So there is a wide range of courses. In business school, we do have courses in accounts, finance, business, international business, tourism, hospitality, event management, then human resource management, finance, so economics as well. So there are a number of options available in our business school as well. And moving on, School of Life and Medical Science is another prominent school of the university in which we offer biosciences, pharmacy, Then we do have postgraduate medicine part of the school as well. Psychology is another popular area of the University of Hertfordshire. Creative arts. We have recently seen that a number of applications are rising from Pakistan for our School of Creative Arts. And in this particular school, we have various departments like music, animation, fine arts, fashion, and architecture as well. Then we have film and television and production as well. By the way, we are number one in animation as per rookies in the whole of Europe. So I think these are some of programs besides the traditional program which have been popular in Pakistan, including law and mainframe engineering programs. So there is a wide range of courses, and the students who have gone to study at University of Hertfordshire, their feedback has been tremendously positive. And not only that, but when their parents have visited them, so they have talked and given us very positive feedback about the university's facilities, about the teachers. How do they cooperate? How do they offer extra help during studies to these students? So generally, so far, experience of students have been tremendous.
Fantastic. Our viewers would also like to know about the September session. Due to the COVID-19 situation, what are the probabilities of starting programs in September, or you have deferred it for the next intake, or the Jan intake will be the next intake? So what's happening? Please clear this to our viewers and applicants who are interested to get in, please.
So the September start date has now been pushed back to the 26th of October 2020. So we're just pushing it back by a month, just so it gives everyone a little bit of time to get ready. It gives students time to get ready to come. It gives us time really to make sure that we can be able to welcome them to the university. And also, internationally around the world, different countries may have different timelines to open up travel again. So we're sort of having that based in mind, because we really want everyone to start at the same time again. I think the big thing to bear in mind is that October is still 6 months away, and there's a lot that can change in that particular amount of time. And the university is doing everything that it can to make sure that it's open for the next round of students, the next cohort of students that will be coming for October. Also as well, students, if they want to, we're having a bolstered January intake as well. So if they wish to come in January instead, they can.
Okay, so what are the courses? I mean, do you offer all the programs which are offered in September, or you have some particular list for the January 2021 intake?
There's the vast majority of courses that we will offer in September, we will offer in January as well.
Okay, so there will be specific list shared on the website, so viewers can see. Then they can contact us.
That's right. We'll send you a fully updated list soon.
So thank you so much, James, and thank you so much, Akif. So I think we have covered all the necessary pointers which are always asked by the applicants in the we receive lots of queries daily, so we are getting applications, we're accepting, and I'm sure we're getting offer letters as well. So one thing I would like to add before end the conversation is related to the documents. If a student is unable to provide the reference letter, or he's unable to provide IELTS, so will he be getting the conditional offer? Please explain the application process a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, as far as student is unable to provide any sort of transcripts or reference letters or SOP, we encourage students under the current circumstances to make an application to University of Hertfordshire. And recently we have started waiving the reference letters, so we are no more asking for it. But if they have their online transcripts available with them, so they can provide to us, we can process the application and we'll make it a condition onto their offer. So once they have got their final transcripts available with them, we will be waiving that condition too.
Thank you so much, Akif Sab and James. I would like you to just add some comments, and what is your message to the students who are planning to join in October 2020? So please do add some message for them here.
If you want to come to study at the University of Hertfordshire, please make an application. We will be absolutely delighted to welcome you on the 26th of October to the university. And I think it's also one of those things where after being locked down for all this time, I'm sure everyone's very excited about getting back to normal, getting out there, going to a new country, having a new experience, and coming to study at a university as fantastic as the one that Akif and I work for.
Yes, Akif.
I think my message to our community from Pakistan is happy Ramadan and enjoy your this holy month, and stay at home and stay safe.
Thank you so very much, both of you. This has been a fantastic session ever, and you both have covered and supported each other and supported me as well in contributing everything to this platform. And I'm sure the viewers have enjoyed a lot. And we expect applications and queries, lots of queries from you guys, so you can see the numbers. My email address, my colleagues' email addresses there, so you just email us the documents and we will provide you all the required and possible support to you, all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for having us.
One last comment from my side is that for you viewers, that we have a digital open day, which is available 24/7 on our website. So we encourage any applicants from your company and from Pakistan to connect to us on our website so that we can support their queries, and and we will be pleased to answer all their questions as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.